So, are you struggling of how to figure out how to get out of retail pharmacy? In today's video, I break down 3 steps that can help you kind of make your transition out of pharmacy and create a better, happier life for yourself. Watch this video. Hey, so before we start the video, I love to kind of hear from you. What are your reasons for wanting to get out of retail pharmacy? Please put it below. More personal, the better. Love to kind of hear your personal stories. And also make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button so you stay notified for any videos that I drop on this channel. Typically I talk about business, lifestyle design, habit change, and sometimes pharmacy. So if you want to stay updated and stuff, make sure to subscribe. Wow, man, who would have known that one of my biggest videos, why I quit pharmacy, would be such a big video for so many people? And I appreciate that. There's been a lot of changes through pharmacy. As you guys know, over the last few years, conditions have been getting harder and harder, partly because the reimbursements aren't as good as before. When I first found out about pharmacy, people were like getting sign-on bonuses. Everybody was so freaking happy. They're like, dude, this is great, man. In 2006, fast forward 2018, the market is saturated full of pharmacists. It's hard for new grads to find jobs and pay off debt. And even when you get a pharmacy job, you're not exactly the happiest person in the world, man, just because of the working conditions. And, you know, it just, you ask yourself, like, why did I do pharmacy to begin with, right? If I'm just like answering questions like, where's the milk or whatever, you know, like, it's really frustrating, and I get it. I've been there. I went through the grind too. And so today I actually have a very interesting email by one of my readers, Kim, and she talks about her experience too. So let me read out the emails. First of all, if you want to send me an email, feel free to send me questions on Refugee Hustle. Go to refugeehustle.com, go to Got Questions, shoot your question over there, and I'll do a video on it. And so today I have Kim, and Kim says, Kevin, I so appreciate your videos. I felt like you had for a long time. Thank you for being so candid about your situation, especially like the interview with Tom Nguyen. Love it. I had a breakup in the beginning of the year and everything got worse after that. Fired from my job at CVS 2 months ago. Needed to get my head on straight. I've got a savings, thank goodness, but still dependent on pharmacy until I figure something else out. Any advice you could throw my way would be great. I'm not actually an entrepreneur, but I'd still love to know your thoughts. Warmly, Kim. Before we begin, how many of you guys feel like Kim? I would love for you to comment below, because here's the truth. Not everybody's like me. Honestly, being an entrepreneur kind of sucks because there's a lot of responsibilities on you. Your income is like up and down, and sometimes, you know, we're cool with just finding the right job if it fits our lifestyle, right? And so how do you go about finding that right job, whether it's in pharmacy or out of pharmacy? You know, how do you go about that? What is the step-by-step things that you want to do? And so I have 3 steps for Kim that I would recommend for her based off her situation right now. So before you do anything, you need to figure out the end in mind, right? Start with the end in mind. I got this phrase from Scott Alsford, and it's basically designing your lifestyle. Where do you want to be, right? So many times people are just like, oh, make me more money. So you chase it. And then when you get more money and when you invest that time into a job, rising up the ranks, you still fucking hate it. So what's the point? It's kind of like this. Maybe for some reason you hate LA. You're just like, you know what? I don't care. I just need to get the fuck out of here. I need to get out of here and go somewhere else. So you don't even look at the destination. You end up in North Dakota and you're just like, man, I hate this even more, right? So before, it's easy to focus on what don't you want, but it's really important to focus where you want to go. Where's the end destination? And our end destination is something I call our lifestyle design. And these are really aspects of like 4 things, right? It's really your health. Where do you want your health to be? Wealth, right? Financially, where do you want to be? relationships with other people, and relationships with yourself, right? Personal. So it might be meditation and stuff like that. But I have a whole habit tracker. If you want to check that out, check out my habit tracker. I'll leave it below in the comment section. But it's really important to identify where you want to be. And if you want to model after mine, there's really 4 things I look for, right? In anything, this is my rich lifestyle. It's an acronym. So R stands for remote. So I want an income that is remote and scalable, because there's only so much money you can make just staying at the pharmacy. So that's number 1. R, right? Remote. I, that stands for impactful, right? I want to solve bigger problems, things that actually matter to people, that will impact people's lives, the community's lives, and my life as well. C is cool, creative challenges. So really solving complex problems that are really fun in your own creative way. H stands for hustling with the homies, man. Making sure that you're working with people that you really like, that light you up. Your rich lifestyle might be a lot different, but you feel free to model after my rich lifestyle as well. So by setting these kind of criteria, and it will change, it prevents you from jumping into a random destination that you're not going to be happy with, because when you are looking at different opportunities, you can be like, oh, check. Oh wait, this doesn't check that. Do I have other areas in my life that kind of fill that gap? Perfect, right? And just to let you know, maybe not all jobs need to fit every single thing, but at least you know going into a job, maybe it's remote and I just like working with the people I work with, right? And so you know the exact reason why you're at a particular job is not to just enjoy your life and stuff like that too. So that's the first thing. Start with the end in mind. Second thing is figure out the gaps, right? So when you were working at CVS, what were the gaps that made you unhappy, right? So for example, when I was working at CVS, it didn't fit a few of the criteria based off my rich lifestyle design, right? It wasn't a remote position. I felt like impactfully sometimes, not always. C, was it challenging? Not really. And H, hustling with the homies. I honestly didn't really, not like to say I didn't get along with the people, but the people I worked with didn't really spark me up to be better, right? And so it failed 3 of the criteria, right? And like I said earlier, not every single job has to fill every single gap, but it at least points you in the right direction. So for example, if your criteria is a lot like mine, and if you're not entrepreneurial, maybe it's you need to find a job that fills those gaps and see what gaps it's missing, right? So maybe it's, if you want a more remote job, it could be more managed care. If you want more impact for patients, it can be pharmacy consulting, right? If you want something that's challenging, something that stimulates your mind, maybe it's residency. There's so many different things. Like there's even the public health service, there's hospital, there's even new startup tech companies too, where pharmacists can fit in devices like these, like an Oura Ring, and really impact the field like that. So just to get your mind going, I think one of the cool things, if you're kind of stuck for ideas, go on LinkedIn, just type in PharmD, just keep on scrolling different pages, start writing all the things that really spark you, man. And maybe one of these days I'll create a tool to help y'all with that, right? And last thing, once you get those job descriptions down, you know what companies you really want to, and there would be 2 things I'd be looking for: job descriptions and also companies that you would want to work for. Separate the list out. Finally, I think it's the most important part is really talk to these people as well in the industry. Take them out to coffee, take them out to lunch, and just start process of elimination. See how their lifestyle is like, what they feel like the future is, who else they would be talking to if they want to get into the industry, if they were in your shoes, right? And those are some key important questions that I would do. You know, that's something that you can't get from Reddit. You can't get from just like researching online. It's important to talk to people. And if you don't know how to talk to people, it's really easy. You just be like, hey, blah, blah, blah. I've actually stumbled upon your LinkedIn. I was really impressed. I loved your story of how you got to XYZ company. I'm actually thinking about making a transition into my, I'm thinking about making a transition to the field. I would love to pick your brain over coffee and stuff. Obviously my treat, but it would mean the world for me to, if you could help me out and help answer some questions. How does that sound? I'll move my schedule around your time, right? And that's how you frame an email. And even better, if you shoot a Loom video, it's even better, right? So that is how you network with people and get better insight. And if you guys get along, guess what? You have a reference. So you have an insider and they can hopefully get you in. I know this isn't a quick process, but you know, this is how you recession proof yourself over time. It's really who you know and how you add value to the people around you as well. And if you're really lost, you can always, we all pharmacists know each other. All you got to do is just like send a message out on Facebook. All you need to do is write, I'm looking to jump into XYZ opportunity of pharmacy. Does anybody know anyone that works in the industry that I can pick their brain? Would love for you guys to help me out, right? Something like that. That's really simple. Anyways, those are my thoughts. If you don't want to be an entrepreneur, you're looking for a job and stuff like that. Those are my thoughts. That's a process of how I would go about it, right? So if you guys have quit your pharmacy job, or if you guys got out of retail pharmacy, I'd love for you to comment below all the different references or all the different mediums that you've done to get out of retail pharmacy. For myself, it was really through YouTube, affiliate marketing, digital marketing, and high ticket sales, mainly high ticket sales. But that's how I did it. I would love to kind of hear what you did. Is it real estate? What is it? Please comment below. And make sure, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Hit the bell too. Bye guys. Peace.